Yo, 3 weeks away for these brand new systems to be on our doorsteps. Man, 3 weeks away is no time at all. And the biggest question is going to be, what are we going to play day one on these systems? There's been a huge debate going on about this over the last couple of weeks and actually up to the last month or so, especially centered around what Xbox is going to be bringing to the table when it comes to their first party offerings. So we're going to dive into this conversation to talk about exactly what we're excited to play when it comes to the next generation and why it just seems like a lot of people are very happy with the offerings of Microsoft and Xbox, and why a lot of people aren't so happy with those same things. Let's talk about it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Forte, and thank you for checking out this video. Please hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button, and make sure you head over to Twitter. Follow me over there. It's the best place to interact with me as a gamer, so we can talk about the things we don't talk about in this video. Now, to set the record straight, I do believe that Xbox won't have this inherent problem later in the generation. They do have 23 first-party studios that will be producing content for them throughout the rest of this generation and going into the next one. So this will be a moot point as we get into year 3, year 4, I believe, of this console. And there will be some games that's going to release in the later parts of probably year 1 and year 2. We just don't know what they're actually going to be yet. And we don't know the release cadence of the games that they did announce yet. We just think a lot of these games are going to be subject to like 2022 and beyond. But the pressing question is, why doesn't Xbox have anything day one for us to play when it comes from the first party studios on the brand new system that we're going to be purchasing on November 10th, which is just under 3 weeks away. Now, unfortunately, this is the hand that's kind of been dealt to us if you're an Xbox fan and you want to play in the Xbox ecosystem. Xbox had really put all of its eggs in one basket when it came to Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite was supposed to be the showcase game of this generation. It was the game that all of the marketing was surrounded by, as you can see from this tweet right here from Monster Energy Drink, where they were talking about you were able to acquire this pistol in this skin by the end of this year. I just believe that Halo was such a pillar of this generation. We haven't had a Halo game that announced and released with a system since the original Xbox. We're talking about 2 generations without a Halo game launching day one with a system, and Xbox wanted to put a huge emphasis on that at the start of this very new generation with the Xbox Series X and S, but they missed the mark because the game wasn't ready and they had to delay it. So now you're seeing a huge void where the only first party game that's going to be releasing with the Xbox Series X and S is a game that's been available on PC for multiple months now, which is Gears Tactics. And trust me, that's not a bad thing. Gears Tactics isn't horrible or anything. I just think a lot of people were looking forward to having something brand new to play with this new system that they were going to have that they never played before. Now, there are a lot of people out there that believe that this launch lineup isn't that bad at all. They actually think it's pretty good. They like the fact that there's games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla in there. They like that Watch Dogs is going to be a part of it. Call of Duty, Cyberpunk 2077. They love that these games are going to be part of that ecosystem, that they'll be able to play them when they get their brand new system, and that's fine. But I think the one thing that a lot of these people are not realizing is these aren't games that you can just play only on your Xbox. These games are available on PC, they're available on PlayStation 5. So there's a myriad of different ways that gamers can engage with this content over the course of the next generation at the beginning of it. They don't have to be in any particular ecosystem to play these games that a lot of the Xbox fans are super excited for. And I'm one of them. I'm excited for Destiny Beyond Light to come out on November 10th. It's going to be in Game Pass. Unfortunately, the day one pass that's going to give us the 4K 60 frames per second mode will not be available until December 8th, but it's still the main reason why I'm buying the system, because I'm excited to play that game on my favorite platform with the friends that I call homies on that platform, because that's home for us. That's where we play at. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we can't get mad at other people for not sharing the same sentiment as we do. You know, people have different reasons why they buy these consoles. And that was the one thing I always harp and just talk about consistently is don't buy it until they give you a reason to buy it. Now I'm gonna go over to one of the industry people that a lot of people have been going at, which is Ryan McCaffrey. There's a lot of stuff going on about how he came out and talked about how this launch lineup is weak. And honestly, let's be for real, he's correct about it. It is weak when when it comes to the Xbox side of things. You know, there's nothing first party that's pushing the narrative to make you want to go out and buy the system. Third party is the ones that's kind of doing it for people, but guess what? Third party isn't going to be the one that's going to show off your system in the best light. You know, first party, that is their job. Halo Infinite's job was to show you why you needed to have the next gen system in your house. And we don't have a suitable replacement for that game to really push the power narrative of what the next generation system's going to be. And that's unfortunate, because I do miss the days of being able to open up your brand new system and having something that was not capable in the scope that it is on this system, on your previous system. And that doesn't take away the fact that I think that Xbox doesn't need to have the features that they have in place when it comes to like having the ecosystem move forward. I definitely agree with that. I think that is one of the best ideas that they had, to basically say, whenever you buy something on your Xbox, digitally or physical, it moves forward with you through the next generation, but not to have something day one and say this was crafted for the next generation system, but it can be played on your previous gen systems and not have been available at a previous date. I think that's what they're truly missing. You're really putting a lot of eggs in the basket of the third parties to really showcase the hardware in the way that you wanted to be showcased. And let's be for real, Red Dead Redemption 2 did an amazing job showcasing the power of the Xbox One X, and that third party really went out of their way to showcase what that was going to be like, but not that many other third party developers are going to do that. They may give you a little bit of TLC, they're going to probably sit back and give you the graphical modes and fidelity that you want in the game, but who's going to do it more and even more impactful than first party? If you're relying on third party to do stuff for you, then you're kind of doing it wrong. And I think that's the problem that a lot of people do have. Sure, next generation is going to be pretty incredible. I think Game Pass is going to be something that a lot of people are going to love over the course of time. I do believe that 15 million people is nothing to sneeze at, and what I keep hearing is closer to 20 million right now, and that's going to get nothing but bigger over the course of the start of the next generation. But those numbers aren't going to really balloon until you start seeing the content hit, and you're not talking about 2 to 3 years until that actually starts happening. Now, Microsoft and Xbox have done an amazing job in promoting the services that they want to happen with these systems, but the downfall of the systems at the very beginning is the fact that you just don't have anything from first party showcasing it for you. And if people just take that as the acceptance of what is actually going on right now, I think a lot of people would just kind of give people a break on what they're saying inside of these different communities about why they're not excited for these systems day one. The funny thing is they're all still buying it. You know, they're still going out and spending that money to get a system, even knowing the games aren't going to be there first party to really support it. So that should let you know that the value proposition of what Xbox is doing is still landing very well on these people. Even if it is just to play third party games right now, they're still buying the system, but it still doesn't change the fact that they wish there was something there for the first party to really push the envelope. And I'm in that same camp with them. So I definitely understand where a lot of people are coming from when it comes to this conversation. I just want you to understand wholeheartedly that it truly just matters what you think and nobody else. And some people just have a platform just to share their experiences and how they feel on it. And it doesn't mean it has to be your experience, but it means you have to respect the experiences that they are having, because it is their experience we're talking about. But with that, guys and girls, I'm super excited to have this conversation with you. Please tell me in the comment section what you think about all this. How do you feel about Xbox's launch lineup? Do you think it's up to par? Do you think it's good enough for you? Do you wish there was more there from the first party to get you excited for the next generation system? Definitely want to hear from you in the comment section around that. And guys, I truly appreciate you checking me out today. It's been a very, very long week. Got to get back to doing a lot of hiring at the store, getting myself ready for the next generation launches, and just try to make people happy when it comes to the stuff that they need for their gaming needs. You guys know how it is, but please make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for the channel. It definitely helps out a lot. And if you truly love this content, please go over to Twitter, Facebook, any social media that you're on, share it with a friend, share it with as many people as you can. I'm trying to grow the channel as much as I can, and you guys have been doing an amazing job in helping me do that. And outside of that, guys, you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of the DPS podcast, which will be on this channel with Slow-Mo Backslap. Please go check him out too. Amazing content creator. We love you all, and we'll see you guys in the next video and at the show. Peace.